blank with a purpose. My question to you on your little piece of paper is I'm going to ask each of you to write your worst memory in your life, the worst thing that ever. Don't worry, nobody's going to read this. This is just for your own personal knowledge. My life was about money. And when I say about money, we grew up with this little box on our counter. And it was what we had on a daily basis. But we were not poor. We didn't have laundry equipment, so we had these laundry machines. And this was all the money and growing up that I had access to. My father was a developer. He built that building in St. Croix, the Virgin Islands. But we never had any money accessible. What I mean by it was always leveraged. It was always building something or losing something. There was never any money. So what I learned is I constantly lived in fear. My fear was that money was going to run out or there was no money that was going to come. So what I believe and what I've learned is that you have a buried treasure inside of you. And that treasure is you have to examine what did you love as a child? What was the thing that you loved that was your hobby? What was the highest moment of your life? When you close your eyes and look back on your life, what was the greatest moment of your life? And what would you do every day if you didn't need money? If money did not exist and you didn't need any money, what would you wake up and do every day? My life in summary. At age 3, I was pulled from a fire, a very serious house fire that the firemen got an award for. At age 12, there was a mass murder in my town. And this mass murder basically wiped the town out. And since 12 white people were killed, every white person left the island without a throne. At age 15 in high school, I had to take Spanish and typing. Typing was an insult. I'm not going to be anybody's secretary in Spanish. What did I need that for? At age 18, my father was shot in the neck. He did survive. And he taught me that that incident taught me that life can change in an instant. At age 22, I was fired from my first job. Although I thought it was the greatest thing that ever happened to this company, they didn't need me. And so I went running back to my guidance counselor after college, and he said to me, "You will never be happy till you have your own business." So I worked with my father, we did more real estate. Real estate came back, and at age 28, we lost it all again in one night in Hurricane Hugo. And that's what Toastmaster was telling us, that's how we ended up in Puerto Rico. We washed the shores here. At age 33, my son was born with autism. That was in 1993 when there was no internet. So people would say, "What's that?" Nobody wanted to hear the word, nobody knew what it was. At age 47, I lost 8 homes to foreclosure. I bet you guys are thinking, you don't look 47. And the biggest joke was too broke to go bankrupt. I went to 3 or 4 bankruptcy attorneys, and I would sit down with all my 8 houses and all my paperwork, and they would say, $3,000. I would say, "But you don't understand." So my life. I love making people smile. I love helping people. I love giving things to people. I love giving people hope through inspiration. Negative things. All those negative things brought you right here in front of you right now. My son's autism made me assertive and birthed my speaking career. This is me speaking at an event. I had a simultaneous translator with me that evening, and I was shaking. I had all these papers in my hands. I had never spoken in front of a group before, let alone 300 Puerto Ricans. And all of a sudden, I looked at the faces, and they were all familiar, and I dropped the papers, and I looked up, and I said, "As this woman is my voice this evening, we have to be the voice for these children." And I was like, where did that come? My life verse, what I live my life by, is Jeremiah 29:11. "I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Happy birthday, Denora. My question for you is, what were you born for?
I was born to inspire.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
And that was an icebreaker. So I'm looking forward to the rest of your speeches. Thank you very much. Let's have 30 seconds, no más de 30 segundos para que puedan escribirle su comentario a Modi acerca de eso.